have temporarily lost connection with Memorial Stadium at Columbia, Missouri. As soon as the technical difficulties are corrected, we'll return to Memorial Stadium, Columbia, Missouri, for today's football game between Notre Dame and Missouri.
Well, Coach, today we reached the halfway mark in what has been a very successful season so far. But this fifth game against the Missouri Tigers figures to be just about your toughest to date.
Well, it seems like every game and every Saturday is a tough game. You never know what's going to happen, but based on history and tradition and what the Missouri Tigers have done in the past and the personnel that they have, it looks like it's going to be a real humdinger of a ball game.
Well, Dan Devine has had some tough luck. He lost one of the great running backs in the country in Joe Moore.
Yes, there's no question about that. Moore had run up over 1,300 yards a year ago and was on the verge of another great season with over 600 yards in the games he had played up until this Nebraska game. But they've got a pretty capable replacement that stepped in their Nebraska game and did a pretty good job. This Mauser boy did a nice job. But when you lose a running back like that, why, you can bet your life it's tough to duplicate his performance.
Speaking of running backs, you'll have Danny Allen back, but you're going to lose Larry DiNardo, your All-American guard.
Yes, this is right, man. We lost Denny a week ago for the Army game, and of course he's well now, but when I saw Larry DiNardo limp off the field in the seventh play, offensive play of the Army game, I'll tell you, it put a damper on our victory because he's a remarkable individual, an All-American guard, our team leader and captain. He will dress for the football game, and he will go out for the toss. Because I feel that we need his inspirational leadership on the sideline. But beyond that, he will not be able to play, and we're hopeful that maybe in a couple of weeks that he'll be back with us.
What about the type of attack now that Dan Devine of Missouri will throw at you this afternoon?
Well, they're a multiple offensive football team. They run a little bit of everything. They run the conventional pro pocket passing things with Farmer and their great receivers, particularly Gray, who can really fly. They run option football with Farmer, where they fake to the inside and they'll option off to the outside. The triple option as well. Basically, they're an off-tackle football team and a power sweep team. This has been their traditional, historical approach to the game. And we're going to have to wait to see what he's going to do in this contest, because with the loss of Moore, he may change his mind and go more to the run-action pass as well as the pocket pass. We've worked against all things because they've shown everything. They've also used the bootleg pass with great success, so we're going to have to find out this afternoon.
And another thing, Coach, Missouri has lost 2 games, but they can climb right back in the national rankings by beating Notre Dame this afternoon. Let's take time now for a word from Ford. I got to hit a couple of quick items with you. No more bowl bids this week, as I understand it. And also in the ratings now, Notre Dame ranks 3rd on Associated Press and United Press, although the Football News calls Notre Dame the #1 team in the nation. And after talking with many of the writers who have seen Ohio State against Michigan State and Notre Dame against Michigan State, they feel that Notre Dame has the better team.
Well, Ben, we're pleased to hear that, but as I've said before, I think the important thing is where you wind up in November, late November, when the season's over. Polls are important. I think they create a great deal of interest on the part of the fans as well as the coaches and the players. And you could be #1, we could be #1 at this point. But it's meaningless up until the time that you play your last football game, because that's when you select the final decision as to who is going to be the #1 football team. I notice also that we are a statistical leader in the country, but statistics do not win national championships. Although it's encouraging to know that over the first 4 games we have been able to move the football, but we're going to be challenged this afternoon because this Missouri team is one of the fine defensive teams in the country.
Yes, you've averaged over 544 yards a game, and Tom Gatewood continues to lead the nation in pass receiving. That must be gratifying.
Yes, it really is. Tom is off to a great start. He and Joe got together last year and had a great season, as you well know.
Double wing formation. Theismann with a big 3rd and 10. He looks, he throws, it is incomplete. And now it's intercepted by Missouri. Intercepted on the 47-yard line by Buell. And Buell runs it back to the 40-yard line, and he's out of bounds. And so Missouri comes right back again. It's first down and 10 to go now for the University of Missouri, and they have the ball on their own 40-yard line. Well, we had technical difficulties here, and we lost a lot of the action here in the first part of this ball game, but now we're back on the air, and it's Missouri's ball. We'll recap the game for you. The ball on the 40-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 to go for Missouri. They marched deep into Notre Dame territory and lost the ball on a pass interception. Farmer is the quarterback. Gray is split out to the left. Waiting for it now is Farmer, and Farmer's rolling to the left, looking for a receiver. He's going to run with the ball. He cuts in at the 40-yard line and is on down to about the 36-yard line before Greg Marks brings him down. Also in on the tackle was Patton, and the ball is marked on the 35-yard line. A gain on the play of 5. It'll be second down and 5 to go for the Tigers. No score. We have 9 minutes and 10 seconds of playing time remaining in the first quarter of this game at Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Henley is split out to the left. Mauser and Harrison are the setbacks, with Farmer the quarterback for Missouri. A long cadence count now, and Farmer rolling out the right, looking for a receiver. Gets time, throws it, completes it to the 25-yard line. And on down to the 22-yard line goes Walls, and he's finally hauled down right there. Walls, the tight end, over on the right side, and Clarence Ellis is the man who made the tackle. So the ball is marked on the 22.5-yard line, and that's 4 first downs for Missouri. And these Tigers, Al Wester, are really fired up today.
Man, they're really fired up. Mike Farmer is calling the plays as though he had himself a Ouija board out there. He's mixing them up beautifully.
Henley and Gray are flanked. To give this time is to Mauser, and Mauser from Belleville, Illinois, moves straight ahead and is pulled down on about the 20-yard line, getting about 2.5, and Tillman made the tackle. Al, quickly, let's set these lineups.
All right, very quickly offensively for Missouri. John Henley at the split end. Lauren Jackson at left tackle. Scotty Bell at left guard. Bob Wilson at center. Mike Kephart at right guard. John Burns at right tackle. Tyrone Walls is the tight end.
And Farmer waits for the snap. Rolls out to the right. Looks, throws, incomplete. Intended for John Henley, and it is incomplete. The ball is down on the 20-yard line. We have no score. 7 minutes and 49 seconds. We had technical difficulties on the telephone line problems on our broadcast from Columbia, Missouri. Henley and Gray are flanked. Waiting for it now is Farmer. He's got a third down coming up. And Farmer, rolling to the left, looks, throws, and looks it into the end zone where it is incomplete. Just out of the reach of John Henley, the split end, who had gone down, circled behind Stepaniak, but the pass was a little bit overthrown, although Stepaniak was right back there with him. And now it is a 4th down coming up for Missouri, and about 7 yards to go, and Aldis, field goal kicker, has been very successful this year.
Jack Bastable has been. He's connected on 5 of 12.
It'll be a 37-yard field goal if he is successful, and the kick is off to the left. So there's a timeout on the field with the score, Notre Dame nothing and Missouri nothing. Gulyas is flanked out to the left. Theismann is the quarterback, and Theismann is over the fullback, Bill Bars, moving forward to about the 24-yard line, and Steve Meiser in on the tackle with Cowan, and Vital, the left guard. He's using, they call them left guards and right guard, but they actually are linebackers. McKee is the middle backer, Luther is the right backer, and also Sam Britt's in there. And the give is to Gulyas, off right tackle to the 25, to 30, 35, comes it up to the 39, to the 40, and is finally hauled down after picking up a first down. He got some good blocking over on the right side of that line over there. Gary Koss, the right guard, and they make the stop on the 39, so make it first down and 10 to go. Buhar is the man who made the tackle for Missouri. Brinkley, Fountain, and Stuckey in that secondary for Missouri. Here's the power I formation with Gatewood flanked out to left. Theismann on a give to Gulyas. Gulyas off right guard to the 45-yard line, getting about 6 yards on the play. And in there making the tackle was John Brown, the defensive end of the University of Missouri. It's Notre Dame nothing and Missouri nothing. And the Tigers, coached by Dan Devine, have been very surprising here in this first half. They have given Notre Dame quite a tussle here in the first half. Theismann on the give now to Denny Allen. Allen's at the 50. Allen's at the 45, running straight ahead on the trap down to the 41 before he's finally brought down in the secondary. And George Fountain, the safety man, is the man who caught him on the 42-yard line. of Missouri. It'll be first down and 10 to go for the Irish. Good blocking up front, Al.
Gary Koss in there doing a fine job at the right guard. Billy Bars with a key block there on linebacker Mike McKee to spring that play.
13 yards gained on the play, the wishbone. And the give now to the fullback Bars to the 40-yard line, getting 2 on the play. Condrick started at left tackle in place of Mike Martin today. Humbert started at the left guard. Larry DiNardo is out of there. Gary Koss at the right guard. Ball marked on the 40-yard line, where it'll be second down and 8 to go now for the Irish. Creaney is the tight end. Ovikoff is the center. Out of the huddle they come, lining up in that wishbone formation. And here's Theismann on the keeper. He's at the 35. He's at the 30, the 25. He's at the 20. He's finally chased out of bounds down on the 18-yard line by Lorenzo Brinkley, the cornerback.
Brinkley was the only man who could catch him on the far sidelines there, and there was Theismann really doing the bootleg there, doing a beautiful job as he rolled off the right side there. He got a nice crackback block on that linebacker, and as he did, he went to the outside, down the sidelines, 22 yards. First down, Irish at about the 18, Ben.
4 first downs picked up so far. Notre Dame and Theismann on the give to Bars, the fullback. He gets to the 15, getting about 3 on the play, and Miser's the man who made the tackle there for Missouri. No score in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 21 seconds of playing time remaining. Nice to have you with us. The game is being broadcast coast to coast and short-waved around the world on the American Forces Network, and we have over 400 stations overseas carrying this game today. And Theismann now rolling to the right on the keeper, cuts in a tackle, gets down to the 10-yard line, and is dropped on the 10. Making the tackle was John Cowan. He tripped him up. Theismann fell forward to the 10. The series originating on the 18. It's down the 10-yard line of Missouri, which will make it now third down and about 2 yards to go for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Here's the power I formation as we go back to work. And the give is to the fullback Bars, and Bars is down to the 6-yard line. He should have a first down for Notre Dame. Running over left guard, Buha, the safety man, along with Brown, making the tackle. They're going to mark it on the 7-yard line. It'll be a first down and goal to go for Notre Dame. And now checking in is Borgard, coming in at the defensive spot, replacing a linebacker, Mike McKee. Here's the power I, and the give is to Denny Allen. Allen is hit right at the 5-yard line and brought down right there. He got a couple of yards on the play, and that's all. The linebackers coming up, and getting up from the bottom of the pile is Vital, the left guard from Houston, Texas. Vital, number 65, 6-footer, 203 pounds. Wide to right is Denny Allen. Tom Gatewood is also on that side. The setbacks are Gulyas and Bars. And here's Theismann on the keeper, rolling out to the left, trying to cut back, slips and falls on the 7-yard line as he tried to cut back. And Buha was in there to make sure that Joe Theismann did not move anymore. So the ball is spotted on the 7, which will make it third down and goal to go from the 7. And McKee is coming back in at his linebacker spot. And there's the usual, the dog on the field here at Missouri Stadium. They finally get him off with a big third down. Theismann rolling to the right. He throws it to Bars, and Bars is tackled on the 5-yard line. Bars brought down on the 5. So let's see if Eric Marzigan comes in now with Scott Hempel, and he does. So Notre Dame will try the field goal. Missouri had tried one earlier. That's on Notre Dame now will try one. And now the field goal attempt will be made from the 12. It'll be a 22-yard field goal if successful. The ball is spotted by Theismann. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And so the score is Notre Dame 3, Missouri nothing. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. The Notre Dame band is here today, and they're seated down to the left here and along beside the Missouri band. And here's the move now by Hempel. Good high end-over-end kick. Going back for it is Gray. Fumbles the ball in the end zone, runs it back to the 5, goes to the 10. And he's hemmed in back there and tries to run away from about 6 Notre Dame players, and he does. Gets it up to the 20-yard line, and he's finally brought down. That was sheer speed on the part of Gray. He's shaken up on the play as he was belted over there on the sidelines. All right, ready to go. And Glosson has replaced Gray in the backfield. The ball is on the 17-yard line. A first down to give is to the fullback, Harrison. He's around the left side on a sweep, gets to the 25, and is finally knocked out of bounds around the 27-yard line. They have to wait for the officials to bring it in from the far side. They're going to mark it on the 25. So a gain on the play of about 8 yards. That's James Harrison, the fullback, 6'4", 235-pound senior from San Antonio, Texas. And now Glosson is flanked out wide to the right. Henley is split to the left. Farmer is the quarterback for Missouri. He's rolling to the right, looks, throws, and it's incomplete. Just off the fingertips of Glosson. He's also from San Antonio, Texas, and Kelly was over there covering. Kelly intercepted a pass earlier in this ball game. We have exactly 2 minutes to go. Notre Dame, Petulski and Neidert and Marks, Swenson, Kelly, Wright, Toman, Ellis, Crotty, Patton, Stepaniak in there. And split to the left is Hindley, and here's Farmer to give to Harrison, the fullback, and he runs into a wall right at the 26-yard line. Right side of that line, led by Greg Marks, the big 250-pound right tackle. Making the stop, coming up from the linebacker was Jim Wright, and Patton coming up also from the linebacker spot. So it'll be a third down now for Missouri. Gray is coming out. Fourth down. Check it. Fourth down. Gray is coming out, so they're getting a kicker in. Farmer is back in kick formation, standing back on about the 12-yard line. Gets the snap from center and gets his kick away, and it's a good one. Coming all the way up to about the 37-yard line. It's taken on the 37-yard line by Notre Dame's Minix. Minix gets it back to 45. And about 38 yards on that kick, and they'll bring it back in on the 44-yard line. Joe Theismann calling the signals. Theismann going to give to Bars, the fullback, right straight up the middle to the 49-yard line, and Bob Luther, the linebacker, making the stop there for Missouri. And Vital, also a linebacker, in on the tackle on the 49-yard line. A gain on the play of 5. It'll be second down and 5 to go now for Notre Dame. Gulyas in the top of the power I formation. Denny Allen completing the backfield with Bars. It's Allen. Allen across the 50, goes down to the 47-yard line. On the 47-yard line, check it, Gulyas on the carry, down to the 47-yard line. McKee making the tackle along with Brown for Missouri. And they're going to bring the chain in for the measurement. That was Gulyas on the carry from the top of that I formation. The series originated on the 44-yard line in Notre Dame territory, and the ball now is on the 47-yard line. It looks like about 6 inches to go for a first down for Notre Dame. Gulyas and Bars as the setbacks. Almost a 9-man line, and Theismann on the keeper gets it to the 45. Miser was the man who made the tackle. Interesting there, Al, with the linebackers moving up and making a 9-man line. Had Theismann called an audible, he'd had a lot of people in that secondary.
He told us Missouri would use sometime the 9 men and sometime even show you 11 men on that line. And they've showed us the 9. They've shown us that this afternoon.
Here's Theismann now, and a give to Gulyas. Gulyas trying to run off right tackle. He runs into trouble. Vital was right there, the linebacker, along with McKee to make the tackle, and Cowan, the left tackle from Springfield, Missouri. Ball marked just outside the 45-yard line. Notre Dame coming out of the huddle, but there's a timeout on the field, and there's the gun. That's the end of the first quarter with the score, Notre Dame 3, Missouri nothing. All right, Joe, second down coming up with the ball on the 45-yard line of Missouri. It belongs to Notre Dame. Theismann is going back to throw. He looks, he throws to Gatewood. He's got it at the 35. Goes on down to the 33, and Lorenzo Brinkley makes the tackle on the nation's leading pass receiver, and Joe Theismann threaded a needle with that one. 12 yards gained on the play, and it's a first down. That's 7 first downs for Notre Dame. They have the ball on the 33-yard line now of Missouri. Notre Dame leading by a score of 3-0. Great hands on Tom Gatewood, who's only a junior. Wide to the right, number 44, Gatewood. Split out to the left. A halfback, and they're lining up in that I formation, and the give is to Denny Allen off right tackle. He's at the 25. He's down to the 24. George Fountain makes the tackle on the 24-yard line, and what a hole he had out on that right side.
There's a hole there, all right. The fellow who came up and made the stop was Lorenzo Brinkley, and I think Brinkley hitting just about the time the whistle blew as the second man to make contact with quarterback Joe Theismann. Almost drew a penalty on that. He probably drew a warning. Syracuse has beaten Penn State 24-7.
Wide to right is Denny Allen. Joe Theismann on a give to Gulyas, trying to run off left tackle. Fumbles the ball. There's a wild scramble for it, but Missouri has recovered. Missouri recovered the ball. It was recovered by Stuckey, the cornerback, number 28. Notre Dame was driving in again deep in Missouri territory, and a fumble loses the ball to Missouri on the 23-yard line. Notre Dame has picked up 99 yards rushing here in this first half, but they're leading by only 3-0. The pro set with Henley out to the right. Farmer is the quarterback for Missouri. 1st and 10 from the Missouri 23-yard line. And the give is the big fullback Harrison. He gets through down to the 35, up to the 40, and is dropped on the 40-yard line. Making a tackle was Stepaniak, and there was a trap play that worked beautifully.
Beautifully is right. Bob Wilson, too. Cracking right up the middle from the center spot on the snap of the ball, went straight over to his right, made the key block on the linebacker for Notre Dame. That made the play possible. It's all the way up to the 39-yard line, and Missouri, with a 17-yard gain, has a first down.
And that's 5 first downs for Dan Devine's Tigers. The pro set again with the 2 flankers. Farmer rolling out to the left, gets plenty of time. Now he's being rushed. Picks up a block. He's at the 40, at the 45. He's finally thrown out of bounds. Chasing him out was Kelly, right in front of the Notre Dame bench. The receivers were covered, and so Farmer, who's 6'2", 190-pound junior who can run with that ball, moved it to the 46. Now coming in here for Missouri, number 73, Burns is coming in. He had gone out of there a moment ago at the tackle spot. Now he's back in again. 2nd down coming up for Missouri, and just about 4 to go. Farmer calling the signals. Notre Dame in a 4-4 defense, and the give this time is to Mauser, the left halfback from Belleville, Illinois. And Mauser gets to the 50-yard line, or just shy of it. They rule his knee hit the ground on the 49-yard line. And now they're changing tackles again. Lauder's coming back in, and Burns coming out. It could be that Dan Devine, Al, is calling some plays. Here's the quarterback sneak across the 50 to about the 49-yard line as Farmer tried to move it straight ahead. He got a first down. Listen to this crowd here at Missouri. And that's a total of 6 first downs for the Missouri Tigers. They have the ball on the Notre Dame 49-yard line. They have it first down and 10. We have 12 minutes and 46 seconds of playing time remaining in the first half here at Notre Dame's opponent for the day, Missouri Stadium. Henley is flanked out to the left. Gray is split to the right. Waiting for it is Farmer, the quarterback of the University of Missouri, and Farmer's rolling to the left, looks for a receiver. He's in trouble now. He's going to run with the ball. He's at the 45-yard line. He's picked up and brought down, but not before he got it down to the 42-yard line of Notre Dame. A gain on the play of 7 yards by quarterback Mike Farmer, who can run with that ball. Notre Dame only had about 3 men rushing Farmer as he rolled out to the left to pass. His receivers recovered, so he just reversed the field, went to the right side, and picked up 7 yards. Farmer, in 6 carries, has gained 29 yards. Ball resting on the 42-yard line. Farmer in that pro set again with 2 flankers and 2 setbacks. Barking the signals, Notre Dame with a 4-4 defense. And the give is to the fullback Harrison. Harrison off right guard across the 40 to the 39-yard line. And is brought down in there. Patulski in on the tackle along with the linebacker of Notre Dame, Wright. Now they're bringing the chain out for a measurement. It's 3rd down and just about a half a yard to go. 2 flankers, 2 setbacks. Quarterback sneak by Farmer. And Farmer gets it to about the 38. He may have a first down. It's a first down for the Missouri Tigers. And they have the ball now on the Notre Dame 38-yard line. 1st and 10 to go. 11 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first half, and the score is Notre Dame 3, Missouri 0. Mauser and Harrison are the setbacks behind Farmer, the quarterback of Missouri. Notre Dame with a 5-man defensive line, and Farmer's going back to throw. Cocks his arm. Kadish chases him. The pass is incomplete and broken up by Mike Crotty. Intended
intended out there for Walls, the tight end, but broken up by Crotty.
Mike Crotty got on the back there of the receiver, would-be receiver, Tyrone Walls, but he didn't get there on that back until the very last moment. As Walls reached for the ball, there was Mr. Crotty from Seattle, the young junior who's playing the safety for Notre Dame defensively, and he just separated the ball player and the ball.
Second down coming up and 10 yards to go. The pitch out now to Gray, trying to turn the corner, cuts back at the 35, gets to the 32, and is tackled on the 32-yard line. Stepaniak in on the tackle along with Tolman. And number 17, Crotty. And Chuck Jacques is in there now for Notre Dame. So mark that ball on the 31.5-yard line. Notre Dame leading 3-0 on a 22-yard field goal by Scott Hempel. A pitch back to Gray. He's going the other way this time. He cuts in at the 30 and is gang tackled on the 29-yard line. Same play. They ran it to the right. That's the play they ran to the left a moment ago for good yardage. And he's tackled right on the 30-yard line, and that's where the ball is spotted. It'll be 4th down for Missouri. 4th down for the Missouri Tigers, and just about a yard to go. He's been going with that quarterback sneak on these situations. Let's see what he does this time. He's rolling out to the left, looking for a receiver. He's going to run with the ball, and he's dropped on the 27-yard line. He made the tackle after Jim Wright. And tripped him up. First down. Look at this crowd. A first down with the ball on the 27-yard line of Notre Dame. So Missouri moving again. Farmer doing an excellent job at quarterback of directing this ball club. First down on the 27 of Notre Dame. Ray is flanked out to the right. And Hindley is split out to the left. 2 setbacks again, and Farmer on to give the fullback Harrison. He's hit right at the 25-yard line. He got 2 yards on the play. That is brought down right there. And Tolman is the man who made the tackle for Notre Dame. They'll mark it on the 25, and Greg Marks was also in there, and Neidert. Now Chuck Jacques is coming in, and they're taking out one of the big linemen, Swinson, that they had in. 2 setbacks again, back of Farmer, the quarterback, who barks out the signals, a long cadence count, and Farmer's going back to throw, cocks his arm, throws one behind Gray. Over there to cover was Ellis, but it's incomplete. Out in the right flat. Al?
Ellis will play with you with those hands. I mean, if you think as a receiver that you're going to get out there and run side by side with him, you've got to watch Clarence Ellis because he's experienced, has 4 interceptions to date. He is as fine a cornerback, I think, as there is in college football today.
2 flankers, 1 on each side, and 2 setbacks. Waiting for it now is Farmer. Farmer's going back to throw again. He's looking. He's swarmed on. Knocked down. Back on the 34-yard line. And half the Notre Dame team in there, and there's a flag down. The 35-yard line. Greg Marks and Tolman spearheading the defense, along with Tim Kelly, and a flag was thrown on the 35-yard line. And apparently it's going to be against Notre Dame, and it is. First indication of personal foul against Notre Dame. Moves the ball all the way down to the 20-yard line.
A big play coming up, a field goal attempt that could tie the game up.
Bastable is in there to try it. The ball is spotted on the 27-yard line. The kick is no good. The kick is no good. It was a 37-yard field goal attempt.
With the Irish out in front by a score of 3-0. Quite a ball game before the largest football crowd in the history of Missouri football. Over 64,000 on hand.
Gatewood and Gulyas are set out to the left. And the quarterback Theismann takes it. The rush is on. He dumps it out here in the right flat to Yoder. Yoder's at the 25 and falls forward to about the 29-yard line. But a flag is down. A flag on the play. Mike McKee is the man who made the tackle. Illegal procedure against Notre Dame. So Missouri will elect to have the penalty walked off after that 9-yard gain out there by Jim Yoder, who's in that backfield. The ball is back on the 15-yard line. Theismann on to give to Denny Allen. Allen is to the 20 and is dumped right there. So this is where the series of downs originated. McKee was the tackler. Here's some final scores. Virginia 21, the Army 20. Georgia 37, Vanderbilt 3, Northwestern 24, Wisconsin 14. Wide to the right now is Gatewood, and Theismann handing it off to his halfback, who cuts it over right tackle and is dumped right on the 23-yard line. Carrying it was Denny Allen again on the 23. McKee made the tackle again for Missouri. And now it will be third down coming up for Notre Dame and 7 yards to go. Notre Dame leading the nation in total offense have not been able to get on the board today by way of a touchdown. They're leading only 3-0 on a field goal. Theismann rolling out the left. He's going to run with the ball. He's hemmed in at the 28, but tucked in at the 30, and he might have a first down. He was chased out of bounds. McKee coming all the way across along with Brown and chased him out of bounds around the neighborhood of the 32-yard line. So where it will be a first down for Notre Dame on the 32-yard line. Still in Notre Dame territory. And that's 7 first downs for Notre Dame. Gatewood is flanked out wide to the right. They're in the wishbone formation now. Joe Theismann calling the signals. Theismann gives it off to his fullback Bars. Bars off right guard to the 34. Bogard, the defensive end, along with McKee again, makes the tackle for Missouri. So the ball is marked on the 34-yard line, where it'll be second down and 8 yards to go for Notre Dame. The wishbone formation again. Theismann with the fullback Bars right behind him. And here's Theismann going back to throw again. He's rolling out the right. He looks, he lets it go. It's completed on the 46-yard line to Bars. And he waited that time until the last instant now before pulling the trigger.
This fella can really scramble, Theismann. Might just as well plaster that nickname on him he heard so much this week, Jackrabbit Joe, because he can go with the football. He'll run with it. He'll throw on you. He just does a bang-up job. In the backfield now, along with Denny Allen and Billy Bars, I believe we've got Darrell DeWarn, the young sophomore from Danbury, Connecticut.
8 first downs for Notre Dame. The I formation, one flanker to the left. Gatewood's in tight on the right side. Denny Allen with the ball to the 50-yard line, running off left tackle. McKee again. Hit on the tackle there for Missouri. And Vital, the backer on the left side, Adam Vital, from Houston, Texas. He's played a whale of a defensive ball game today.
Gulyas now has replaced DeWarn.
Gatewood, the only flanker, out wide to the right from the wishbone. Theismann on a pitch back here, and the ball is loose, and it is covered by Missouri. It is covered by Missouri. The 28 back there, Stuckey, was the man who recovered it. Henry Stuckey, a junior from Oakland, California. And there's one that he should not have turned loose. Well, let's see if this break sparks Missouri. They have the ball on the 43-yard line of Notre Dame. 5 minutes and a half to go here in the first half. And Farmer's going back to throw. He gets great protection, throws the home run ball deep, and it's batted away. And a brilliant defensive save by Clarence Ellis. Intended for Gray.
Tremendous run there. Mel Gray might have been a step on the outside and back of Ellis. Ellis at about the 3-yard line went high in the air. So did Gray. It was a battle between these two, and Ellis was the survivor. He knocked the ball away at the last moment.
2 flankers, 2 setbacks, 2nd and 10 from the Notre Dame 43. And Farmer rolling out to the left, stops, sets. The ball is batted down. And the Notre Dame lineman, Greg Marks, moved in and reached up and batted it down. Let's go down to Bill now at the sidelines.
It's been very interesting to us on the sidelines to see the long count being constantly employed by the Missouri quarterback Farmer. He's had the Irish off balance repeatedly because of that long count. Also, may I point out that Ellis and Gray are having a great duel all the time.
Wide to right now is Henley. Wide to left is Gray. It's third down, and here's Farmer going back. He cocks his arm, throws a sideline pattern. It's caught but out of bounds. It was caught by John Henley, the split end, but caught out of bounds. Over there to cover was Stepaniak, but it is out of bounds. That'll bring up a 4th down for Missouri with the ball on the 43-yard line of Notre Dame. Notre Dame leading 3-0. 5 minutes, 37 seconds of playing time remaining here in the first half. Crotty and Schlesis are deep now as Farmer punts. High kick, a beautiful kick. And the ball is fair catched right on the 10 by Crotty. They're leading 3-0. Here's the power I formation. And Theismann on the give now. Faked it to his halfback and gave it on the end around to Gatewood. And Gatewood is to the 14-yard line with it before he's brought down. Theismann doing a little hipper-dipper in the backfield. Miser made the tackle.
Great play action on that, Van. Bill Bars went over that right tackle with the guard pulling and out in front of him, and I would have almost sworn he had the football. But there came Gatewood flying from the end on the end around. Here we go, back to the play-by-play action.
6 yards to go as Theismann throws to Gatewood at the 20, and Gatewood is to the 23-yard line with it. That'll be a first down, and Brinkley made the tackle. It'll be a first down, and Gatewood getting another one. Paul, let's check him on receptions for Gatewood today. He leads the nation in pass receiving, and he's caught 3 passes today. The ball on the 22-yard line, they mark it, of Notre Dame with a 1st and 10. Wide to the left now, a flanker with Gatewood in the slot to the left. And Theismann on the give to Denny Allen. He's at the 30, the 35, and is finally knocked out of bounds right in front of the Missouri bench at about the 37-yard line. And Luther, the right backer, is the man who chased him out of bounds on the 37 or 38. Let's see where the officials mark, and they put it on the 38. On the 38-yard line. The I formation with 2 flankers to the left. And here's Theismann on a give again to Denny Allen, running off right guard this time to the 42-yard line, and is brought down there by George Fountain, the safety man. Also in on the tackle was Cowan, so mark the ball on the 42-yard line, where we have a 2nd down coming up, about 6 yards to go. Now they have the double wing with Allen in the slot to the right. Bars, the fullback, is the setback, and the give is 2 Bars, and he's to the 46-yard line with it before he's brought down, running off left guard and getting some blocking over there from Humbert. And the tackle made right on the just over the 45-yard line by Miser and Luther. It's closer actually to the 45, so make it 3rd down and about 2. The crowd begins to stir, the largest crowd ever to see a game here at Missouri Stadium. Joe Theismann with a 3rd down situation, gives it off to Allen, who goes to the 50-yard line with it right straight up the middle and getting the 1st down. 1st and 10, Luther making the tackle.
Theismann has one thought in mind, I'm sure, at this point, Van, and that's ball control as long as he can handle it. 3 minutes and 28 seconds, 27 seconds now. The clock is still running. And Joe Theismann knows that he can run it out if he can keep that ball.
Double wing. Gulyas is wide to the left, wide to the right is Denny Allen. And here's Theismann on the keeper. He's at the 45 and onto the 43-yard line, and George Fountain, the safety man, makes the tackle along with Mike Bennett, the defensive left end from Breckenridge, Missouri, 6'3", 208-pound senior. The ball on the 43-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down coming up for Notre Dame and about 4 to go. In the slot to the left is Gatewood. The one setback in this double wing formation is Bill Bars, the fullback. Theismann going back to throw, throws it too low. He had Gatewood open out in the left flat. That's the first bad pass he's thrown today.
I believe you're absolutely right, Van. That is. Lorenzo Brinkley was trying to hurry to get to Gatewood over there, but Tom had a couple of steps on him. The pass was just low, and I think probably slipped out of the hands of Joe Theismann.
The I formation. Theismann with a 3rd down, gives to Allen. He dives to the 40. The 40-yard line, and Luther made the tackle there for Missouri, and it's going to be mighty close. They'll have to get the chain in here for a measurement. So, Bill, you can see better down on the field. Let's take a look.
Man, we're watching, and the chain gang goes out right now. This is a mighty important 1st down. It is so close. It looks... It is a little, now they're tampering with the ball, turning it. It is going to be short by about an inch.
The crowd begins to yell to hold it here, and they're all Missouri fans, most of them. Theismann on the sneak has got it. Goes to the 39-yard line off right guard, following Gary Koss from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and picking up the 1st down for Notre Dame. But you've got to give the Missouri Tigers a tremendous amount of credit. they have played a stalwart ball game here so far.
Well, this is the best first half that Notre Dame has received all year long.
DeWan is in the backfield, and the give is to Denny Allen, who cuts in over left tackle to the 37-yard line, and he's brought down by Bob Luther, the right backer, along with Vital, the left backer. And Gulyas, who had gone out, is coming back in, and DeWan goes out again. The ball is on the 37-yard line, where it's second down and 8 yards to go now for the Irish. They send Gatewood and Gulyas to the left. Gulyas is the wide man, and Theismann back to throw. He throws one deep to Gatewood, but it's too long, incomplete. Closest man to it actually is Buhar, the safety man. And the Notre Dame coaches, you can probably hear them over here up in the press box, are yelling. 1 minute and 22 seconds to go in the first half. Notre Dame leading 3-0 on a Hempel field goal of 22 yards. So the double wing formation, both ends are in tight. Theismann on the call. Theismann is going back to throw. The rush is on. He looks, he throws, and it is intercepted by Missouri at the 25-yard line. Intercepted by Stuckey at the 40, the 45, to the 50, the 45. He's at the 40. He's down to the 38-yard line before he's finally brought down and gets to this crowd. Henry Stuckey from Oakland, California, returned it 37 yards to the 38-yard line of Notre Dame. And this crowd is going wild with 1 minute, 8 seconds of playing time remaining in the first half. And Missouri now with great field position with the ball on the 38-yard line of Notre Dame. Ray is flanked out to the left. Henley is split to the right as Mike Farmer calls the signals. He has 2 setbacks. Farmer with a long cadence count is going back to throw. Cocks his arm, throws one just off the fingertips of Gray, but a flag is down. Tolman was over there to cover for Notre Dame. The linebacker dropping over to cover. Illegal receiver downfield. And so it'll be a penalty against Missouri. So the 15-yard penalty for the illegal receiver downfield cools off the Missouri Tigers for a moment. Henley is split to the right, and Farmer now with Notre Dame 6 men up front defensively, and Farmer on a pitch there to Gray coming around the right side. He's hemmed in at the 40-yard line, and down he goes back on the 39. So there's a timeout with a score. Notre Dame 3, Missouri nothing. Third down, and Farmer on a give now to his halfback Mauser, and he is chopped down at the 38-yard line. And it's illegal procedure against Missouri declined by Notre Dame. That's a second penalty, 20 yards against Devine's Missouri Tigers. A penalty decline, which will keep the down box moving. It's third down and about 31 yards to go for Missouri. Henley to the right. Farmer's going back to throw. The rush is on. He is brought down back on the 32-yard line by Patulski. And the clock is moving with 10 seconds of playing time remaining. Ball on the 32-yard line. So they have stopped the clock, so hold it. It's a 4th down coming up. So a timeout has been called with the score, Notre Dame 3, Missouri nothing. Farmer is going back in kick formation. Schleizes is dropping back to about the 35. And the perfect pass from center. Farmer on the low spiral coming to Schleizes on the 37. He's at the 40, gets a block at the 45, and brings it on back to the 48-yard line. On back to the 48-yard line, and there's the gun. That's the end of the first half with a score, Notre Dame 3, Missouri nothing. Here at Columbia, Missouri, before a sellout crowd of 64,000. Here's the whistle, here's the kick. End over end, a short one coming down, taken on the 17-yard line by Carter, the 25 to the 30. He's knocked out of bounds on the 30-yard line. Now the power I formation with Gatewood set out to the left, and the give is to Denny Allen. Allen running off left tackle, gets to about the 33-yard line and is thrown right back again by John Brown, the defensive right end. Farmer was 2 out of 13, had 1 interception. Theismann had 2. And Farmer picked up only 24 yards. Gatewood caught 3 for 20. Bars caught 3 for 22 for Notre Dame. Gatewood is split to the left. The I formation, and Theismann is back to throw. The rush is on. He runs away from him. Now he throws it to Gatewood. He couldn't hang on to it on the 48-yard line. Tom Gatewood could not hang on to it on the 48, and the pressure was really on Joe Theismann, as it has been all day. Ball goes back to the 33-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 7 to go for Notre Dame. It's very overcast again at Columbia. There are no lights in this stadium. Wide to the right is Denny Allen. Gatewood is flanked off to the left. Waiting for it now is Joe Theismann with 2 setbacks. Theismann rolling to the right. He's looking for a receiver. He throws one downfield. It is tipped away, almost intercepted by Lorenzo Brinkley of St. Louis, a junior left cornerback. So that will bring up the 4th down for Notre Dame. 4th down and 7 yards to go from the Notre Dame 33, and Jim Yoder comes in to do the kicking. This will be the first punt of the day for Notre Dame. And going back now in the deep safety spot is Fink. Yoder standing back inside the 20-yard line. High pass from center, but gets his kick away, and it's a short one. Off the side of his foot. It went out of bounds on the 48-yard line. It went only 19 yards. Missouri out of the huddle. They have Gray flanked out the right. Henley is split to the left. Pro set with the 2 setbacks. Waiting for it now is Mike Farmer, who's the quarterback, and he gives it to Harrison. He finds a hole. He's at the 45, the 40, breaks the tackle to 30, 25, 15. He's brought down on the 10-yard line. He literally broke the tackle and just followed his way, and Ellis and Tolman finally brought him down on the 11-yard line. "56 yards on that run by Jim Harrison, the fullback." There's a timeout on the field with a score. Missouri trailing Notre Dame 3-0. Missouri's ball, 1st and 10 on the Notre Dame 11-yard line. And the give is to Harrison again. He's met right at the 10-yard line and belted back. Tolman and Patulski leading the way there. So they'll mark it on the 11. No gain on the play. Harrison's run, 56 yards. 10 first downs for Missouri. And the Tigers are knocking on the door. Waiting for it is Mike Farmer, the quarterback, with the 2 setbacks and 2 flankers. Long cadence count by Farmer, rolling to the right, looking for a receiver. He throws. It's caught on the 5. Touchdown. Missouri. 52 yards in 3 plays. And the little flanker, Mel Gray, only 5'9", made the reception on the 5 and raced into the end zone. Here's the attempt for the extra point. The kick is up. Once the kick is scored. So the score is Missouri 7, Notre Dame 3. We'll be back with the Missouri kickoff in just a moment. And here's the whistle, and here's the boo. Bastable kick is a good one. And Denny Allen waits for it, takes it on the 9. Comes back to the 15, goes to the 20, comes on back to the 24-yard line with it, and Brinkley makes the tackle there for the Missouri Tigers. Wide to the right now is Denny Allen. Gatewood is set out to the left, and Theismann is back to throw. He hits Gatewood right on the fingertips and right out of his hands. Out in the left flat, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 to go for Notre Dame, running from their own 24-yard line. That stopped the clock with 13:11 to go. It's been overcast here most of the day. Gulyas is the wide man. Gatewood's in the slot to the left. Top of the eye is Denny Allen. And here's Theismann on the give to Denny Allen. Allen cuts in and is dropped at the 25-yard line. He got only 1 yard. And Mike McKee plugged up the hole in a hurry. So it will be 3rd down and 9 yards to go for Notre Dame from their own 25-yard line. The Irish in trouble now at Columbia, Missouri. They're trailing 7-3 to a battling band of Missouri Tigers coached by Dan Devine. Gatewood to the right. Waiting for it now is Theismann in the double wing. Theismann Going back to throw. The rush is on. He flips it out there. It's completed. Bars is at the 42. Comes on up to the 43-yard line. And the pressure was really on again. Stuckey made the tackle for Missouri.
Well, there again, I just got the words out of my mouth. You got to get the quickie off, and that's exactly what he did. He had a man all over the top of him there. John Brown was sitting in the backfield there, right on top of Joe Theismann, when he fired, almost sidearm that pass to get it out there in a hurry and get it complete. 17 yards, man.
Wide to the right is Denny Allen. In the slot to the right now is Tom Gatewood, the I formation. 1st and 10 from the 43. It is Gulyas, and he is belted right at the 43-yard line by Luther and Miser. They were both waiting on him when he took the handoff from Joe Theismann. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10 to go with Notre Dame running the ball from the Notre Dame 43-yard line. Wide to the right now is Denny Allen. Gatewood in the slot to the right. And here's Theismann going back. He throws to Gatewood. He's got it at the 40. He's at the 35 and on down to the 32-yard line before he's brought down by Stuckey.
Now there they are. They're going back to the old patterns that have paid off so well before, sending Gatewood down 15 yards, crossing him over, and bringing him in there, changing cornerbacks there, and with the zone defense at the moment that Missouri is using, that's tough to defend against. And he got in there, and he had his man beat by 2 steps.
Martin is in there now at left tackle for Notre Dame, and to give us the Bars, he's at the 25, the 20. He's all the way down to the 19-yard line before he's brought down by Buha. Al, they just sent Martin in to tackle, and he opened the hole that time for Bars.
Fine football player. Mike Martin, he has had 3 operations, man, 2 on one knee, 1 on the other, and still wanted to play football at Notre Dame so badly. He's out there right now again.
16 first down. The ball is on the 19-yard line of Missouri. It's the pro set, and he goes to the 15-yard line. McKee makes the tackle on the fullback Bars right at the 15-yard line. A gain on the play of about 4 yards. They stacked him up in the middle, but he still managed to get some yardage. Following the center Novikov on that play to the 15. Bill Bars on the carry. It'll be 2nd down coming up and 6 yards to go for Notre Dame. Notre Dame has 182 yards rushing and 40 carries today. Here's Theismann on the keeper. Theismann cuts in. He gets down to the 10-yard line. Running in off right tackle, and Vital makes the stop there for Missouri. He's short of a first down. They're going to mark it on the 10-yard line. He'll have 3rd, the yard to go.
This is a quick, very quick defensive lineman, number 65, Adam Vital, a senior from Houston, Texas. So quick, man, that as a linebacker, dropping into the line and rushing from there, he has 2 interceptions, believe it or not, of passes.
Here's the tight formation now, the power I formation. Both ends are in tight, and the give is to the fullback Bars. He got it over the 10, but they shove him back. I don't know whether he made it or not. He got over the 10, and McKee leading the defense there. They're going to mark it right on the 10. Miser also in on the tackle, so it looks like it's going to be short. It'll be 4th down and still a yard to go for Notre Dame. So let's see what Joe Theismann can pull out of the bag now. Power I formation. Waiting for it is Theismann. And the give is to Allen. And Allen, I believe, has the first down. He's all the way down to the 12.5-yard line. And Buha made the tackle there for the Missouri Tigers. It's down on the, let's call it the 7.5-yard line. He got past the 10 and on down to the 7.5. So it's a 7.5-yard line. It's 1st down and 10 to go for Notre Dame. Theismann calls the signals. 1-on-1 over there. Here's the give now to Gulyas. He's down to the 5-yard line, and he is piled up on the 5-yard line. Brown leading the defensive charge there. And they'll mark it right on the 5 when they unpile him. A gain of 2.5 yards by Gulyas. Now they go back in the huddle again. They, Notre Dame, with the ball on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal to go. The Irish are trailing by a score of 7-3. Right end, Creaney is on the tight side, and here is Theismann back to throw. He fires to Gatewood. Touchdown, Notre Dame. A beautiful sustained drive. And Notre Dame has taken the lead. They are leading now by a score of 9-6. They went 76 yards in 12 plays. Here's the kick by Hempel. Kick is up. Kick is good. The score is Notre Dame 10, Missouri 7. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. We got a ball game on our hands here at Columbia with 7:52 to go in the third quarter. Here's the whistle, and here's the boot. It's a short kick, that squib kick. It's fumbled but picked up, and the tackle is broken at the 40-yard line of the 45. Goes Fink with the ball. He brings it back to the 46-yard line. Mike Farmer's the quarterback. He's got Harrison in there, and he's rolling out the left, sets up, looks, throws, and it is incomplete. Mike Crowdy made a leap for it, couldn't get it. Henley was the intended receiver, and Notre Dame had two men covering him. Final score, and hold on. Southern Mississippi 30, Mississippi 14.
Would you believe it?
No, I would not. Kansas State 17, Iowa State nothing. Nebraska 41, Kansas 20. Here's Farmer back to throw, cocks his arm, throws it incomplete. A flag is down. A flag on the play. Farmer's getting up slowly, holding against Missouri. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty against Missouri for holding. That's the second Missouri penalty, 30 yards. Harrison right back of the quarterback, Farmer, and he gives to Harrison, and Harrison is hit on the 31-yard line. In there making the tackle was Swinson, and a linebacker coming in, and Greg Marks getting up from the bottom of the pile, and also in there is Mike Kadish. Ray is out wide to the left. Henley is split to the right. Here's Farmer going back to throw again. He's still going back. He throws a screen pass to the right flat, and it's completed to Mauser, and Mauser is hit by Kelly just as he got his hands on the football on the 30.
Oh, the big Irishman lowered the boom on him there. And, you know, this is the leading tackler in the defensive unit of the Fighting Irish with 42 tackles. The defensive captain, Tim Kelly from Springfield, Ohio. Number 42.
Fourth down now. Notre Dame dropping two men back in the double safety spot. And here's the boot. Long kick. Sleaze is chasing it over his shoulder. Fumbles the ball. It's rolling all the way down to the 8. He picks it up on the 5. Going wide. And he's going to be dropped back on the 7-yard line or 8-yard line. Denny Allen is out wide to the right. The I formation, and Theismann is rolling to the right. Looking for a receiver. Throws one. It's completed at the 15 and on to the 20-yard line goes the fullback, Phil Barr.
Well, then, there's your quarterback, Joe Theismann, now not staying in the pocket. As we talked about at halftime, one of the best offensive things he could do would be to roll out of that pocket with 7, 8, 9 men lying up there, stacked up against him. He just rolls out, he fires it, and we've got the ball up at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 to go from the 20. Theismann with an I formation now. He's rolling to the left. He looks. He throws to Bars again. And Bars powers his way to the 25-yard line. He took a little swing pass out in the left flat. Tackle was made by Adam Vital, number 65, the senior linebacker from Houston. And the ball is on the 25-yard line, where it'll be second down and 5 to go for Notre Dame. We've got 5 minutes and 35 seconds of playing time remaining in the third quarter. And Missouri trailing Notre Dame 10-7. Pro set now with 2 setbacks. And the give is to Bars, and Bars breaks through the middle to the 33-yard line before he's brought down. On the 33-yard line. In there was Brinkley, the left cornerback, along with George Fountain, and they bring him down. Back in the huddle again goes Notre Dame, with the ball marked on the 32-yard line. First and 10 for Notre Dame with the ball on the 32-yard line of the Fighting Irish. And they split Gulyas out to the left. Signals are being called by Joe Theismann. Theismann handing off this time to his halfback, Denny Allen. Allen cuts in and gets to about the 33, just about a yard, and that's all. And he runs into John Cowan, the left tackle from Springfield, Missouri. Ball on the 33-yard line, where it'll be second down and 9 to go now for the white-shirted Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Notre Dame has 200 yards rushing, 105 yards passing. As Theismann rolls out to the right and throws it over the head of the tight end, Freeney. Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. Back on the 33-yard line, Theismann is 11 out of 19 for 105 yards. Double wing formation.
Bars the fullback, right behind Joe Theismann, who goes back to throw. He rolls to the right, looks, throws to Gatewood at the 45. He's at the 40. He's down to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. Great job of faking by Joe Theismann, set it up.
He beat Lorenzo Brinkley, and he was he was covering some territory down there on that stadium floor. Great run by Gatewood to get behind his man. 31 yards on that pass pattern. The Irish have a first down coming up at the Missouri 36-yard line.
Gatewood to the right. Gulyas is split to the left. Waiting for it now is Joe Theismann. First down in the 36. It's Bill Bars, the fullback. And Bars is to the 33. He got about 3 yards, and Vital makes the stop again for the University of Missouri Tigers, along with Cowan. John Cowan, 6'1", a 200-pound junior from Springfield, Missouri. Ball is marked on the 33-yard line, and in the slot to the left is Gatewood in the I formation. Denny Allen, the top of the I, and it's Denny Allen taking the fake. Theismann on the keeper, and Theismann is trapped, walked down. A flag is down on the 36, or it could be he's just marking the ball. That's what he's doing. Making the tackle, McDonough, the right tackle, he was just marking the ball there. Vital also in on the tackle. He marked it on the 35, so that means third down and 9 yards to go for Notre Dame. The ball midway between the sideline stripes, so he can roll either way. And waiting for it now is quarterback Joe Theismann. He goes back to throw, cocks his arm, doesn't throw, keeps the ball, runs with it. He is down to the 30-yard line and out of bounds on the 30-yard line. He's short of a first down by 4 yards. George Fountain, the safety man, ran him out. So that will make it now 4th down and 4 yards to go. So what will he do here, Al?
Well, Ben, I've got a feeling there'll be no attempt for a field goal here. That would be a 40-yard kick, of course, with the crossbars 10 yards behind the goal line. There is timeout now on the field with a score. Notre Dame 10, Missouri 7.
4th down with the ball on the 30-yard line. The double wing formation. Theismann calling the signals. It's 4th down, 6 yards to go. Theismann is going back to throw. He throws it. It is caught by Gulyas at 25, at 20, to 15, to 20, to 5. A touchdown. The quarterback struck. He gambled and lost. He went for the ball and lost, and Gulyas picked it off for a touchdown.
Well, as I said a moment ago, Ben, hardly got the words out. I had the feeling that Theismann would have to go with the pass. He certainly had all of the reason to believe that he had the receivers to catch it. And this time, instead of going to Gatewood, he went to Ed Gulyas on the sidelines. The cornerback took a shot at him. The touchdown is scored, 81 yards in 10 plays. And the Irish lead now 16-7.
Theismann will hold, and Scott Hempel will attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. So the score now is Notre Dame 17 and Missouri 7.
As we get set for the kickoff, Notre Dame will kick. They tee it up this time, and I'm sure Scott Hempel will go for the long one.
And he does. He boots it high, end-over-end kick coming down to Gray. He takes it at the 7. He's back to the 10, 15. He is caught at the 17-yard line and belted down. And so it will be first down and 10 to go for Missouri, and they have the ball now in Missouri territory. That was Webb who made the tackle, a 10-yard return. The ball is marked on the 17-yard line of Missouri. First and 10 for the Tigers. Very overcast, getting much colder here now at Columbia, Missouri, as the Missouri Tigers trailing 17-7. Farmer's in there at quarterback, and he sends Henley out wide to the right. Farmer now will have to put that ball in the air as he is trailing 17-7, gives it off to Harrison, and Harrison cracks off right guard up to the 21, possibly the 22-yard line. He's brought down by Jim Wright, the middle backer of Notre Dame. Also Patulski in on the tackle, so mark it on the 22. It'll be a gain on the play of 5. It'll be second down and 5 to go now for Missouri. Gray is flanked out to the left. Henley is split to the right again. Mauser and Harrison are the setbacks for Missouri, as Farmer takes the snap from center, rolls to the left, looks, throws, incomplete over the head of his flanker back Gray, who caught the touchdown pass for Missouri to give the Tigers the lead. So now they bring up a third down and 5 yards to go for Missouri.
Thoman was rolling out as linebacker on the right side there for part of the coverage man coming over, and Clarence Ellis was coming up from the corner, so we had Ellis and Thoman both double coverage there on a very fine receiver, Mel Gray.
Farmer's 4 out of 17 for 33. He gets great protection now and throws one deep. It is batted in the air and incomplete. Almost intercepted that time. Would you believe the man who almost intercepted the ball was Petulski, the left end?
Yes, I would. And would you believe that it was Mike Crotty who came up from safety to tip that ball at the last moment?
4th down coming up and 5 yards to go. Schlesis is going back with Crotty. Bastable is in, standing back on about the 6-yard line. Gets a perfect pass from center. Gets his kick away. Booms it high and deep. Crotty waits for it on the 41. Crotty gets it back to the 45. He is dumped on the 46-yard line. Gatewood is out wide to the right. High formation. And here's the give to Denny Allen. He's at the 50-yard line on down to the 48 before he's finally pulled down. Making the tackle in there for the Missouri Tigers was Cowan, the left tackle. So mark it on the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, 2nd down, and 4 to go for Notre Dame. Out of the huddle they come. Gatewood off wide to the right, 2nd down, 6. Gulyas split to the left. Bars and Allen the setbacks for Notre Dame. Joe Theismann barking out the signals. And the give is to Bars, and Bars is met right at the line of scrimmage. In there making the tackle was Bob Luther, number 54, the right backer from Kirkwood, Missouri. And also in on the tackle, McDonough, the right tackle. And so they'll mark the ball on the 47.5-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and about 4.5 yards to go for Notre Dame. On the left side is Creaney, the tight end. And Theismann is going back to throw. The rush is on. He lets it go, and it is caught by Gatewood, but out of bounds. Gatewood caught it on the 35, but out of bounds, and George Fountain is the man there to cover. So that will bring up the 4th down for Notre Dame. And Theismann is going out, and the punter is coming in. The Yoder is coming in to kick. Gulyas is coming in to do the center. Going back now, number 41, Fink. Back in the single deep safety, around the neighborhood of the 12. Yoder gets his kick away. This time he booms it high, and down to the 15 is taken by Fink, who goes wide, gets a block, cuts upfield at the 23, and is brought down on the 23-yard line by Gulyas. Gulyas on the 22-yard line brought him down. Let's go down to Bill on the sideline.
Down here, the Irish have new spirit, new life, new drive. I'd like to tip my hat to a young man of whom we have not spoken too much, Dan Novikov, the Notre Dame center, 6'2", 225, a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, who has done a tremendous job on pass protection for Joe Theismann.
Looks like a penalty, Al, and it's going to be against Missouri. It's going to be a 15-yard personal foul penalty against Missouri. That'll move the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line of the Tigers, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. The wishbone formation now, and Theismann on the keeper, running off right tackle, cuts back and is upended on the 28, fumbles the ball, but the whistle had blown. Stuckey made the tackle, but the whistle had blown. Now listen to the crowd.
Look at Dan Devine. Devine is 5 yards out on the field, and he is a very, very mad gentleman. He's jumping up and down and indicating that the ball should have gone over to Missouri, but that football had gone dead.
Notre Dame leading 17-7. Notre Dame could not hear the signals. They go back in the huddle again. Now the officials are indicating that time has run out. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Notre Dame 17, Missouri 7. Waiting for it now is Theismann. And Theismann gives it to Bars, and Bars fights his way down to the 25-yard line, and he's hauled down by Vital again. What a ball game he has played today. And Cowan and McKee and Luther. McDonough was also in on the tackle. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Missouri Tigers. And just about 3 yards to go with 3rd down. Novikov is over the ball, the double wing formation. Bars, the one setback. Theismann waiting for it. It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Theismann on the keeper. He follows his blockers. He's down to the 20-yard line. It is a 1st down for Notre Dame, and McKee makes the tackle. A brilliant call by Theismann. That might have been an audible.
I have a feeling it was, Van. And then in this particular play, the off-tackle slant, he's got all of his blocking ahead of him that is slanting the opposite way, away from him on the shot into the tackle. He goes into the right tackle with his blocking going from right to left.
Gatewood out wide to the left. The give now is to Gulyas. He's down on the 18-yard line. Notre Dame has picked up a total now of 21 first downs. Gulyas dropped on the 18-yard line. He got about 2 yards on the play. And making the stop again was Adam Vital. And Zaloni, or Chiskowski it is, and then their fullback. The power I formation. Theismann back to throw. He looks for Gatewood, and he's off his fingertips.
Gatewood beautifully running the pattern down there, was at about the 2-yard line. He had beaten Lorenzo Brinkley, but back at the line of scrimmage, Van, there's the flag.
It's going to be a holding penalty against Notre Dame, which will move it back 15 yards. Wide to the left is Gulyas, who has a touchdown pass. Flag is down. Illegal procedure against Missouri, which will pick up 5 of those yards, get them back. In the eye. Back to throw again. Stays in the pocket, looks for Gatewood, and he's got him at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Notre Dame, or is he going to call it down? He called it down on the 1-foot line. Brinkley made the touch.
Well, Gatewood made the catch, and he was hit on about the 3. It looked as though he dove into the end zone, but they're going to put it at the 1-yard line.
First down and goal to go. 6 catches for Gatewood today. They flood the zone to the left. Theismann on the keeper, and I don't know, did he get in? I have no indication from the officials yet, so he evidently didn't make it. He stacked up there on about the 1-foot line. He didn't make it. He did not make it. Notre Dame leading 17-7. So they'll place it down on about the half-yard line. Second down. Personal foul against Missouri, so it'll be first down and still goal to go. Here's the power I formation. Waiting for it now. Here's Theismann. He gives it to Gulyas. It's a touchdown for Notre Dame. Gulyas carried it over. And it's now 23-7 in favor of Notre Dame. So now we'll have the try for point. Gatewood is going off, and Scott Hempel will attempt to make it 24. Joe Theismann will hold the ball. Waiting for the snap. The ball is spotted. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the score now is Notre Dame 24, Missouri 7. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. Very overcast here at the Missouri Stadium. Notre Dame leading 24-7. 13 minutes to play, and here's the kick now by Hempel. Good high end-over-end kick. Waiting for it is Fink. He's got it at the 7, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. He's caught from behind at the 48-yard line or 49. He was caught from behind and in there catching him from behind for Notre Dame.
Van, he reached the point of that point. He broke to it. He got to it just at the right moment. A 44-yard return, bringing it all the way back to the Irish 49-yard line. Tremendous run back by Mike Fink from Parkville, Missouri.
He made a fine tackle on the play to catch up with him. Eaton of Notre Dame, the I formation. Top of the I is Mauser. The give fake to Mauser. He pitches back here to Gray. He's trying to turn the corner. He's hemmed in. A flag is down. On the 43-yard line, 44-yard line, he's brought down, but a flag is down. 12 minutes and 47 seconds of playing time remaining. Kelly made the tackle. Today's game is being short-waved around the world on some 400 stations of the American Forces Network, and it's a personal foul against Missouri. 15 yards against the Tigers. Moves the ball all the way back to the 26-yard line. Wide to the left now is Gray, and here is the quarterback going back, looking, throwing, completed to Gray. Gray breaks the tackle, gets a block. He's at the 43, comes on up to the 44-yard line. And Roper is in there at quarterback, and he's the man who completed the pass. That's Chuck Roper, 6'1", 180-pound, 20-year-old junior from Brentwood, Missouri. And he got it to the 44-yard line, he being Gray, the flanker who made the reception. So it'll be first down and second down, rather, for Missouri. He didn't get that yardage back he lost. He still got 16 yards to go for the first down. Henley is wide to the right. Gray is split to the left. Back goes Roper. He looks for a receiver. He throws one to Gray, and it's over his head and out of bounds. Over there to cover was number 23, Clarence Ellis. We have 12 minutes and 5 seconds of playing time remaining in the ball game. Notre Dame leading by a score of 24-7 over the Missouri Tigers. Gray is flanked out to the left. Hindley is split out to the right. Here is quarterback Roper. He's going back. He looks. He throws to Harrison. It's incomplete. Tolman was over there to cover, but it's incomplete. Incomplete. So they'll bring it back, put it down on the 44-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and still 16 yards to go for the Missouri Tigers. And back in the safety spot goes Crotty for Notre Dame, back in the single spot right now. Let's see if anybody goes back with him. Nope, he's back there by himself. Bastable is back in kick formation, gets the pass from center, gets his kick away, booms it high. Fair catch is called for on the 20-yard line by Crotty. So Gatewood out wide to the right, Denny Allen in the slot, and the give is to Allen, and Allen is brought down on the 18-yard line by McDonough, and a loss of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 18 yards to go for Notre Dame. 11 minutes and 40 seconds of playing time remaining in the ball game at Columbia, Missouri. Al Wester is having to depart. He's got to be in San Francisco. Theismann rolling out the right. He throws to Bars at the 25. He's pulled down. A flag is down. McKee made the tackle. A flag is down. Let's see what happens here. A discussion right now with the Missouri Tigers, so preliminary indication is the penalty will be against Notre Dame, and the Irish are moving back down the field.
Interference offensively.
Interference on Notre Dame, moves the ball back to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 21 yards to go for the Irish. I formation. Theismann is back to throw. He's in the end zone. He throws. It's completed. Completed on the 22-yard line, and Brinkley making the tackle there on Tom Gatewood. That's 7 catches today for Tom Gatewood. He got it back to the 22. Theismann threw that one from his own end zone. Wide to the right is Hindley. Gray is split out to the left. Mauser and Harrison are the setbacks, and Roper is the quarterback now for Missouri. And Roper on a give there to Harrison, straight ahead, but a flag is down. It appeared that a Notre Dame man was offside. So it'll be a 5-yard walk-off against Notre Dame.
Yeah, Wolf Patelski looked as if he was across the line of scrimmage just a second or so before that snap. There's the signal. Big Walter, by the way, got quite a gash over his right eye van in that third period, which you could not see from up here, but it's been repaired, and they'll be taking some stitches in it after the game.
Roper calling the signals for Missouri, a balanced line, and the give is to Mauser. Mauser is hit as he reaches the 47-yard line and brought down. On top of the tackle was Wright, the linebacker, along with Kelly, and number 75, Greg Marks, to make the tackle. So they'll mark the ball on about the 47.5-yard line, where it will be 2nd down coming up for Missouri. Now Dan Devine sends in a play. They're getting the chain out to see if it's good for the 1st down. It's about a half foot short. They've got just inches to go. 2nd down. Quarterback sneak, it's good for the 1st down. Moves it down to the 45-yard line. Roper carried it down there for the 1st down. Greg Marks up on the top. Kadish is down underneath. They bring him down on the 45, and that's 10 1st downs for Missouri today. They have it on the Notre Dame 45-yard line, and they have it 1st down and 10 to go. The I formation again, one flanker, Gray to the right. Roper is going back to throw. He looks, he throws, and it is caught by Hindley. He's got the ball at the 25. He's down to the 23, and he's tackled there by Clarence Ellis on the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down for Missouri, and 22 yards gained on the play.
Great catch by Hindley. He was turning around. The ball was a little short. He had to slow up and cut his speed. He was off balance, caromed around, dancing on one foot, sort of like an Irish jig, and he got it. And it was a fine, fine effort by Missouri end John Hindley.
Waiting for it is Roper. He's going back to throw. The rush is on. He looks, he throws. It's completed. completed out there to the tight end Walls, and Walls is knocked down on the 27-yard line. The pressure was really on Roper that time. He had to get rid of the ball. He got it out to Harrison. Patulski was the first man to get to him and bring him down on the 27-yard line. So they lost yardage on the play. It'll be second down coming up in about 13 to go for Missouri. Clock moving, 8 minutes, 49 seconds of playing time remaining. Wide to the right is Gray. Split to the left is Henley. Back goes Roper to throw. Roper looks, throws. It is caught by Walls, the tight end. And Walls is down on the 17-yard line and making the tackle back there. In that secondary for Notre Dame was number 17. That is Mike Cruddy.
Henley had gone ahead and cleared the area. Walls came in behind him, and that set up the conversion, the completed pass at that point. Here is a timeout asked for on the field.
Now two flankers, and here's Roper giving it off to Harrison. Harrison breaks one tackle, but he's gang tackled on the 16-yard line. Kelly leading the defense there, Patulski, and they bring him down. It'll be fourth down coming up for Missouri. Fourth down. We have 8 minutes of playing time remaining. Here's the play coming in with Lauder bringing it in. He's the big tackle, and coming out of there is Burns. Wide to the right is Gray. Henley to the left. Roper's going back to throw on fourth down. He throws, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. It was intended for Gray, and he was covered by Clarence Ellis. And so that means that Notre Dame will take over now with a first down. That was fourth down for Missouri. Notre Dame leading by a score of 24-7. They take the ball over on their own 16-yard line with a first and 10. It's a double wing formation. Gulyas in the slot to the left, and the give is to the fullback Bars, and he cracks his way to the 23-yard line, and Fountain, the safety man, makes the tackle. So he moved it 7 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 3 to go now. Second and 3 for Notre Dame. So Michigan winning today, and the Wolverines ranked 6th on one poll, 7 on another. Here's the wishbone Y now. Theismann calling the signals. Got him stacked back there, and Theismann on the give to his fullback. Tries right tackle, gets to about the 25-yard line. Bill Bars, 7 minutes exactly to play. Making the tackle in there again was Vital, and Miser. What a day that Vital has had at that left linebacker, Bill. Gatewood to the left, and they're sending him out wide, and he's the only flanker in the power I formation. And here as they give to Gulyas, and Gulyas was bumped pretty good as he hit the 28-yard line. Let's see if he bounces up. He does. He was hit pretty good. Shoulder tackle. Chiskowski comes in at fullback. It'll be a first down for Notre Dame with the ball on the 28-yard line, still in Notre Dame territory. That's 23 first downs today for the Irish. Wide to left is Gatewood. Waiting for it now is Joe Theismann, going all the way at quarterback. Theismann on to give to Chiskowski. Chiskowski powers his way to the 34-yard line, and he's brought down right there. McKee in there on the tackle for Missouri. So mark the ball. They're going to mark his knee hit the ground on the 33. So that will be a gain of 5 yards on the play by Cisco Chiskowski. Wide to the left now is Gatewood. Creaney, the tight end, over on the right side. The wishbone formation once more. Joe Theismann keeping the ball on the ground right now. Gives it off to the fullback, and he just goes right straight ahead on power football. Cross the 37-yard line by a foot or so. So mark it on the 37. Make it a yard shy of a first down, where it'll be third down and a yard to go for Notre Dame. 5 minutes and 35 seconds of playing time remaining. Notre Dame has 246 yards rushing, 207 yards passing, which keeps up their average. And here's the fullback, Chiskowski. He's just powering straight ahead to the 42 and stopping on the 42-yard line, but he's got a first down. Bill?
Chiskowski Van is 6'2", 218 pounds, a junior from one of your favorite cities, Detroit, Michigan. And Cisco had been hampered by injuries throughout last season, has really come into his own this year as a backup man to Bill Bars.
Double wing formation. Theismann on the give now to the fullback, Chiskowski. Gets it to the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the play. 24-7 the score, and Notre Dame, it's obvious, keeping the ball on the ground. McDonough is the man who made the tackle. Luther also in on the tackle. And Bars is coming back in, and Chiskowski goes out. Joe Theismann calling the signals. Theismann now on the keeper, and he cuts in over right tackle, gets to the 46-yard line, and that's it. He's brought down right there. It's getting much darker here now at Columbia, Missouri.
Man, it's amazing. Joe Theismann, as small as he is, he gets some real cracks out there today from this very aroused Missouri defense. And, of course, you've seen him in a couple of years here.
Wide to the left now is Gatewood, and back goes Theismann. He gives it off this time to his halfback, Denny Allen. Allen breaks one tackle, goes across the 50 to the 48-yard line, and Luther makes the tackle. Fountain Olson on the tackle. We had technical difficulties at the beginning of this ball game today for a few minutes, quite a few as a matter of fact, and I've just learned that radio with pictures also was out for about 5 minutes today. Gulyas is split out to the left as the only flanker. Theismann on to give to Denny Allen, right straight through the middle to the 43-yard line, and he's pulled down right there. Making the tackle was Luther.
Mike Martin, who did not play in the first half of the game, who had a knee sprain last week, has come on in the second half of the game.
The I formation. Theismann on a fumble. He tried to hand it off to Gulyas on a fumble, and Missouri recovers the ball. Bennett recovered the ball for Missouri on the 42. Third fumble today for Notre Dame, which is unusual. 43-yard line, first down and 10 to go for the Missouri Tigers from their own 43, so they have the football. Roper's in there at quarterback for Missouri, and Roper is going back to throw. Patulski's got him. He breaks the tie. Now he's got him down, pulls him down back on the 33-yard line. Walt Patulski, Liverpool, New York, man who made the tackle back on the 32-yard line. From the 43 to the 32, a loss of 11. It'll be second down. Second and 21. Roper's going back to throw again. Patulski almost got to him again. The pass to Gray is in his hands and out. Incomplete. He hit him out in the right flat, but it's incomplete. That stops the clock with 2 minutes and 35 seconds of playing time remaining. So the ball goes back again to the 32-yard line. This is the first ever meeting between Missouri and Notre Dame. Henley is split out to the left. Waiting for it is Roper. Roper is going back to throw. He looks, he throws to Gray, and he has had it bat away, and it's intercepted by Crotty on the 36-yard line. Crotty intercepted the ball. It was tilted away there, and intercepted by Crotty is the second interception, so the ball's on the 36-yard line of Notre Dame. First and 10 to go for the Irish. And now Dewan comes in the backfield. Ciskowski is in there. And we're getting some fresh uniforms in here now, Bill, for Notre Dame.
We're having Steenberg take over at quarterback, replacing Joe Theismann.
Steenberg has him in the Y formation. He gives it to Ciskowski, the fullback, and he tries the middle of the line.
Larry Parker and Dewan are the other two halfbacks with him back there, so it's Ciskowski, Larry Parker, who had that great touchdown run for Notre Dame on the first time he ever carried the ball in the Notre Dame regular season contest, Dewan and Steenberg.
Split out to the right now is Trapp, and going back is the quarterback Steenberg, and handing it off to Parker, and Parker off left tackle gets to the 44-yard line. And Cowan is the man who made the tackle there for Missouri. Yardage picked up, the series originating on the 36. The ball is on the 43.5-yard line. The clock is moving with 1 minute and 40 seconds of playing time remaining. Number 82, Trapp, is split out to the right. They're in the wishbone, now the power I formation. Waiting for it is Steenberg. Steenberg going to give again to Parker. Parker gets to the 45 and just over the 45-yard line. And there Brown makes the tackle for Missouri. We have a minute and 16 seconds to go in this ball game, with Notre Dame leading 24-7 over the Missouri Tigers, who at one time led in the game by a score of 10-7. It is fourth down, and just a half yard to go, and the give is to Dewan off right tackle. He moves it to the 48, where it'll be a first down for Notre Dame from their own 48-yard line. First and 10 for the Irish. Steenberg is running the ball club. Out of the huddle they come. Parker's flanked out wide to the right. Trapp is in the slot to the right. Steenberg now with two setbacks. Dewan and Ciskowski. Ciskowski with the ball, across the 50, down to the 48-yard line, and there's a flag on the play with 31 seconds to go.
Well, Ciskowski, of course, has been used very effectively by Steenberg and by Theismann in this fourth period for key yardage. Now Bob Minix comes in and Larry Parker goes out.
Illegal procedure here against Notre Dame. Moves the ball back 5 yards. They're in the wishbone, and the give is to Ciskowski. He's to the 45, to the 46-yard line. Clock is moving, ticking him off. Notre Dame going back in the huddle again. The Irish leading by a score of 24-7. They made a comeback in the last half of this ball game, leading 3-0 at the end of the first half, and then in the third quarter watched Missouri go out in front. 25 running plays, 24 passing plays today for Notre Dame, 75 rushing, and there's the clock ticking off, and that's the end of the ball game. And the final score is Notre Dame 24, Missouri 7. In just a moment, we'll present the wrap-up of today's game.